Josh, I know you're like me. I mean, you love heritage poultry and heritage chickens, and the flavor that comes through them is really profound. And I love the way you cook them. So can you help me understand just some basics that I should know, as well as viewers should know, about how to make the most of heritage poultry?
Definitely. The main point with heritage poultry is the fact that it's somewhat of a leaner bird.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's very athletic.
Yes.
I mean, it's been out, it's run around, it's free range.
It's working. It's working for its food. It's working for it's working for its nourishment. And you can see, although it's lean, it's muscular.
Yeah.
And and anytime you have a piece of protein has that sort of muscle structure, it requires a different type of cooking method. And,
it does.
So what you're going to do is you're going to want to create the flavors of browning the skin, because everybody loves great crisp chicken skin.
Now, the approach you take really is very kind of old-fashioned, if I can say, because these birds are really these are the birds that our grandparents and great-grandparents ate.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so we have to sort of rethink the way we prepare chicken.
That's right, and that's something that you don't ever, a lot of people don't ever think about is these cookbooks that are from 100 years ago. They were using different products that we're not familiar with today. So bringing this back, and it's fun, and it's almost relearning how to cook certain things. So we'll just get this chicken going, and basically we're just gonna. You can see that on a heritage bird that the breast is going to be a lot smaller because the bird grows slower. And, and
it's not the industrial chicken. It's not part of the industrial farm complex, and they and they produce an amazing number of birds a year. But this is a very different animal.
That's correct. And so what I would do with this bird is just slowly start to render the fat out of the skin, and just roast it very slowly, and then finish it in the oven.
So are you putting the bird in this skillet to sort of break down the protein before you put it in the oven?
Yeah, I would like to start to develop some flavors in the pan.
Yeah.
And so later on, I can take maybe some aromatics, some peppers, and some onions, and create this sort of quick one-pot meal.
Yeah.
And who doesn't love a one-pot meal, because there's less dishes, and,
I love those. So you just applied a little salt, you got some olive oil going there, and that's it at this point.
That's it, and then you're just going to finish it in the oven, and any sort of vegetables that you have that are in season or that are looking good at the market.
What would you pair this with in the way of vegetables?
Right now, in this point of the season, we've got the great Hungarian peppers that are coming in.
Yeah, there's
sweet,
a lot of summer stuff. Yeah.
Slightly hot. The tomatoes are finishing strong right now.
Yeah.
So we're looking at things, maybe some stewed vegetables to go with this chicken, and once you cook it 70% here on the stovetop, you're just going to finish it slowly in the oven, and you can add some wine to add a little depth, and maybe a little chicken stock.
Yeah.
And you're talking about a great meal. I mean, a very flavorful meal.
How much longer does it take to cook? Let's just take a whole bird. Heritage poultry, a heritage bird, heritage chicken versus a bird we might pick up that was produced by the industrial farm complex?
Quite a bit longer. If you were to just take a heritage bird and roast it, I would recommend putting it in a very simple brine.
Right.
And simple recipe to remember that is 1 gallon of water to 1 cup of salt to a half a cup of sugar.
Yeah.
It will get you by every time.
We always make fun of, well, it tastes like chicken, but until you've tasted a real chicken, you really don't get it, do you?
You don't. That's just it's a big understatement.
Yeah, very good. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alan, for having me. Appreciate it.